In the city of Boston in the year 1706 a boy was born, who would grow into one of the most extraordinary minds in the history of America. His name was Benjamin Franklin. He was the 15th of 17 children, and his father Josiah worked as a maker of candles and soap. The family lived in modest conditions and money was always short. Yet inside the young boy there was a fire of curiosity that no poverty could extinguish. Benjamin did not have much formal schooling. He was sent to school for only 2 years before his father needed him to work. Yet Benjamin loved books more than anything. He borrowed them whenever he could and read them late into the night by candlelight. Every book opened a new world for him. He read about science, history, and philosophy, and began to dream of a bigger life beyond the narrow streets of Boston. At the age of 12, Benjamin was apprenticed to his older brother James, who ran a printing press. The shop smelled of ink and paper, and the sound of the press never stopped. Benjamin learned the trade quickly, but he also wanted to write. His brother did not allow him to publish anything, so Benjamin secretly slipped essays under the door of the printing shop signed with the name Silence Dogood. These essays were witty and full of humor, and they became popular among readers who never guessed that the writer was a teenage boy. When James discovered the truth, he grew angry. The relationship between the brothers broke down and Benjamin longed for freedom. At 17 he decided to leave Boston. He set out on a journey with very little money in his pocket, and soon he arrived in Philadelphia. He walked through the streets with bread rolls under his arm, looking like a poor runaway, yet inside him there was determination and vision. Philadelphia became his new home. He worked in printing houses and slowly built a reputation. He was intelligent, hard-working, and quick to make friends. Soon opportunities came his way, and he began his own printing business. From those presses came newspapers, pamphlets, and books that spread ideas across the colonies. Franklin was not just a printer, but also a thinker who wanted to improve society. He started a library so that others could read. He organized a fire company so that the city would be safer. He even helped to found a hospital. But Benjamin Franklin was not only a businessman and community leader. He was also a man of science. He loved to experiment, and he asked endless questions. His most famous experiment took place on a stormy night, when he flew a kite with a metal key attached to the string. The lightning struck and the key sparked, proving that lightning was a form of electricity. This discovery led him to invent the lightning rod, which protected houses from fire. He also invented bifocal glasses so that people could see both near and far. He invented a new kind of stove that gave more warmth with less wood. Franklin believed in improving himself as much as improving the world. He made a list of 13 virtues such as honesty, humility, and frugality. He tried to follow them every day, keeping a little book in which he marked his progress. He knew he was not perfect, yet he believed that striving for virtue made life meaningful. As the years passed, Benjamin Franklin became more involved in politics. He wrote essays that stirred people to think about freedom and justice. He traveled to London as a representative of the colonies and later to Paris, where he charmed the French with his wit and wisdom. His diplomacy was crucial in gaining support for the American Revolution. When the time came to declare independence, Franklin was there. He helped to draft the Declaration of Independence in 1776 alongside Thomas Jefferson and John Adams. Later he also took part in writing the Constitution of the United States. His wisdom and calm presence made him one of the most respected figures of the new nation. Even in old age, Franklin remained active. He suffered from illness and pain, but his mind stayed sharp. He continued to write letters and essays, sharing his thoughts with the world. His autobiography became one of the most famous life stories ever written, teaching readers about the power of hard work, curiosity, and self-improvement. In 1790, at the age of 84, Benjamin Franklin passed away in Philadelphia. Thousands of people attended his funeral, from the richest citizens to the poorest workers. They all knew that this man had left behind more than inventions and books. He had left behind a vision of a society built on knowledge, cooperation, and freedom. The story of Benjamin Franklin is the story of a boy who had almost no schooling yet taught himself everything he needed. It is the story of an apprentice who became a master. It is the story of a runaway who built a city and a nation. Most of all, it is the story of how curiosity and determination can lift a person from humble beginnings to greatness.